And finally, we have appeal and solid drawing. These are two different ones, but I like to class them as one because they basically they follow the same kind of concept. Appeal is making a character likable and interesting, and solid drawing is the posing of said character. And once again, looking at Big Man Robin, there's nothing better than this shot right here. Each character is appealing in the way that they follow a line of action. Everything flows super well through all of the characters. They all have interesting dynamics going on about them. They're all appealing and interesting.
Our sales on service.
See that? And the solid drawing would be the way they're posed. They're all balanced correctly, considering his absurd proportions. And they definitely all follow. They all flow in a line of action. A good tip would to make sure whenever you're posing or drawing a character is that the line of action is incredibly strong. We'll take another example. Here, line of action completely and utterly obvious. It's a way to make the pose interesting, so you can contrast them. So say you've got a man crouching over, he'd be like this, wouldn't he? And then he stands up, he'd be like this. If they oppose, it'll be interesting. And Eric Goldberg, the guy who animated this, was a master of everything like that. Another interesting line of action. Obvious. The posing is super interesting. He's hunched over. He's really giving him the works. But even Aladdin's getting into it a little bit. The monkey's got a good line of action. They've all got solid lines of action. Like here, super menacing pose. Arms folded, head super foreshortened, and body absolutely large. I'll talk a lot more about posing, but essentially what appeal and solid drawing is creating an interesting pose and making the character interesting, giving them personality and definition through said pose. I'm only going to talk about it a little here because I will definitely go into all that stuff in a lot more detail later on, because it's just not enough to fit into one of these tiny little tidbits. That goes for all of them. I will cover these 12 principles again. These are just very quick summaries, but we will go over them in a lot more detail. We just can't fit it in right now, and it'll be too overwhelming, but we'll cover them all individually when the time is right.